The third agreement is don't make assumptions. Making assumptions is a setup for suffering because most assumptions are not the truth. They're fiction. Humans have a powerful imagination, and we dream things up in our imaginations. We start imagining what other people are doing, what they're thinking, what they're saying about us. We invent a whole story because we don't know the truth. And the problem with making assumptions is that we believe they are the truth. Humans have a need to know everything, and we make assumptions to fulfill our need to know. We don't stop to consider whether the knowledge is true or not. We go on believing whatever we want to believe because just having knowledge makes us feel safe. There are so many things that our minds cannot explain. We have all these questions that need answers. But instead of asking questions, we make all sorts of assumptions. All the sadness and drama in our lives is rooted in making assumptions and taking things personally. Almost all of our conflicts are based on this, and it's easy to understand why. Assumptions are nothing more than lies that we're telling ourselves. We listen to the voice talking in our head. One assumption leads to another assumption. We misunderstand. We take it personally and react by sending emotional poison with our word. This creates a huge drama for nothing. One of the biggest assumptions humans make is that everyone sees life the way we do. That's why we have a fear of being ourselves around other people. We assume that others will judge and reject us the same way we judge and reject ourselves. But that isn't true. Other people live in a completely different world, and they judge us according to their point of view. Another assumption humans make is that everything in our virtual reality is the absolute truth, when it's actually a relative truth, a virtual truth that's always going to be distorted by all the knowledge we have stored in our memory. Be aware that almost everything you tell yourself is an assumption. Making assumptions is all about thinking. We think too much, and thinking leads to assumptions. Just thinking, what if, can create a huge drama in our lives because thinking brings fear. What if she doesn't love me? What if I can't find a job? What if I fail? We have no control over all that thinking, all those words we distort in our head. The way to keep yourself from making assumptions is to ask questions. And even then, don't assume you know all there is to know about a given situation. Once you hear the answers, you won't have to make assumptions because you'll know the truth. When you don't make assumptions, your word becomes impeccable. Your communication is clear and free of emotional poison. The gift of the third agreement is immunity against your own voice of knowledge, or what we call thinking. When you no longer pay attention to that voice, your attention is in the moment, and your life is completely transformed. When you recover all the energy you invested in making assumptions, you can use that energy to create a better life. Don't make assumptions.